Hi guys, welcome back to K-pop Talks. Today we're doing our weekly K-pop recap of June 2023, and this will be the video of the third week of the month. There's a lot of music to talk about, really a lot of stuff, solo, groups, a little bit of hip-hop here and there. So let's just get right into it so we can finish the video fast. I don't want to make them too long. And the first song is Kang Daniel with SOS. Kang Daniel is his single for his new album. It's pretty good. I love it. Again, great vocals, love the production. I love the style that he went for. It's cool to see him really grown a lot as an artist. You know, it's to me he's the best K-pop solo artist right now in activity, in terms of quality, in terms of consistency, in terms of the standard he put for himself. Really good music. I thought Wasteland also, which was I think a pre-single for his album, was also really good. So it seems also there's a consistency in terms of the aesthetics that he's going for, vocally, production-wise, instrumentally. So definitely makes me hyped for the album, and hopefully we get an actual consistent project from a thematical standpoint, you know, because normally in K-pop albums you don't really get that. So this might be the first in a long time that I've heard like this. So hopefully it's like that. I haven't heard it yet, but I trust him because I know he's gonna at least make really good music. Next up, From Is Now with Me Now. I mean, From Is Now disappeared for quite some time for one reason or another. They simply weren't around. But yeah, I mean, it's a solid song. I don't have much to say. I enjoy it. I think it's fun. I'm at least happy that they're back making music. I have no idea why they completely disappeared for, I think, a year almost, if not more. I think since last summer. Actually, more than that, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm happy that they're alive making music. Now, they might have dropped stuff, but I forgot about it. But it seems like so long has passed since the last time they actually came back. So it's solid. It's a solid song overall. Again, I enjoyed it. It's From Stein through and through. So if you're a fan of the group like myself, you'll enjoy it. But you know, I don't like the fact that they're just letting them, they're not really pushing them as much as the other groups. Like it's weird to me, let's just say it that way. I think that they're in a group that you could push more, and I think fans will enjoy them and appreciate them for what they are. I think just letting them in the vault and making them come back during the summer, I just don't think that's a cool strategy for me personally. Next we have Zodiac with Throw a Dice. This is a group that I'm pretty sure debuted. This is their debut. Overall, I think it's a solid debut. Love the vibes, love the hip-hop parts. The chorus is though the weakest part of the song, because it just feels completely separated from the rest of the song. Though at the same time I respect the fact that they try to do something different than normally, but I just don't like that drop that goes into that heavy bass. It just doesn't feel good. I think it doesn't really keep the mood of the song the same way. But again, it reminds me of that, like in the sense, two second generation, third generation groups that took a risk in terms of aesthetics and tried to do something very different, right? So it's cool to see a group doing that, another male group. So it's okay, nothing spectacular, but that chorus for me really takes that song down a notch. Next we have 2Z with Like a Movie. This is more of a rock song. I think it's solid overall. I think the vocals are very enjoyable. The chorus is very fun and very catchy. This song though is pretty passable. I think it's not super long, the song itself, but it feels quite dragged out in certain parts. But like I said, just for the chorus, and I think for the vocalist, the main vocalist, definitely give it a try. I think you'll enjoy this song more than you think, in my opinion. Next is Penomeko with X. Finally, Penomeko is coming out with a new single to promote his new album, Raw Shark Part 2. After I was disappointed with Part 1, I said to myself, let's hope Part 2 is better. And if this is the single, this is already a good sign. Great boom bap, great flows, great lyrics. It's cool to see him push again to do real hip-hop in that sense. Now, this is not the stuff that normally Penomeko does, so he's kind of going a little bit outside of his comfort zone, but you know, he's good at it. He's really good. The production choice was good. Like I said, everything about him as a performer really hit home hard, so hopefully we get that throughout the rest of the project as well. Next we have Cardi with Party. Now, this is a co-ed group. I don't know if they're defined K-pop or not, or rock, but they're a co-ed group. Love their vocals, love how rough and kind of like very dirty the song sounds, in the sense that it sounds like it's recorded like a true rock song, you know, like very simple instrumentals. It's not overly refined, it's not overly engineered. It goes hard, the vocals are sick. It's very enjoyable, I think. soft rock song in my opinion. You know, you don't really get that many from Korea, and here it's cool to hear a group that I think specifically from when it comes to vocals have a very very distinctive sound in my opinion. They don't go for the classic Korean style of rock, they don't go for the classic Japanese rock style, they do their own thing. Obviously they have other influences, but you know, it's cool to see them doing their own thing without having to succumb to the pressure of having to do what the other companies do already. So I think that's really cool in my opinion. Next we have Kim Yuna with Bling Bling. I mean, this is a simple pop song, really sweet, fun, cute. There isn't much to talk about it. It's very laid back, it's simple, it's very enjoyable. There isn't much to say about it. It's okay overall. I wouldn't necessarily go back to it, but if you like this type of like very chill pop music, I think you'll enjoy this a lot. Next we have Jaya with Rainy Day. This is a consistent thing when it comes to Jaya personally. Whenever she has a song, I always check it out because she's an amazing singer. Jaya obviously, Brown Eyed Girl, I mean, legendary member. She has done a lot of music, I think the last year and a half, a lot of interesting stuff, collaborated with different producers, but really ballads are her strengths, you know, I have to say that. And don't get me wrong, she's good when she does other work with other producers. She did an EP with a producer this year, which was fantastic. Or was it last year? I don't remember, but it was in recent memory. And now seeing her really doing this style and becoming really good at it, it's really cool in my opinion. Her vocal prowess is fantastic, so definitely check it out if you love just great singing, emotional outbursts through the artist's vocals, because I think you'll enjoy this a lot. And next is Lapillus with Who's Next. After quite some time, Lapillus is back with a song. I have to say it's pretty decent, but I find that the mixing is very weird in certain parts of the song. I don't think they mixed the song correctly. The vocals of the group, unfortunately, it's the weakest part of the group. They have the attitude, they have the personality. I think they're very good when they do the rapping sections, but if you're talking about specifically their vocal abilities, I think they're very behind compared to a lot of the groups from their generation. So we have to be honest about it and be objective, because we're still talking about professional artists. But this is, I think, from a group that I think it's good. It's not enough. They can be better, and it saddens me that in the last months before this debut, I don't know if they're toured, I don't know if they had a chance to really hone their music skills and their singing, you know, because normally the way you do it is obviously through touring, through performance. That's how you get better at that. The fact that they're not really doing it and they haven't really improved, and you can hear in their vocals. Maybe the mixing plays a part in that. I'm not denying that, but it's not a good sign, I think. Overall, the song is okay. I expect more from Lapillus. They had a clear style in the debut. Now they're going another style again. It's classic MLD. I don't think they really have a clear idea where they have to go, and hopefully, you know, they're a young group, so they can experiment more in that sense. But you have to be careful, because MLD has the bad habit of, if they find one way that you're successful at, they just go that way forever, and I hope that doesn't happen to them. And next we have Kiss of Life with Play Love Game. This was a very enjoyable track for me. I think the song's pretty good. I love the vocals. I enjoy the production and how the different sections of the song really match with the music video. I think in its simplicity, because it has a simple structure, pop structure and everything. I really like how they really use the strength over their artist at its max. She's a really good singer, so they're using that to the max in the moment where the song's supposed to say that climax. And I think in this song specifically, they do it very very well. So I enjoyed it. Didn't know who she is. They say it's a group because it says this is a solo from Hanu. Definitely check them out, because I don't think I've ever heard anything from them, or maybe they're just gonna debut now, I don't know. But this is, I think, a pretty enjoyable song for me personally. At least I think it's very enjoyable. I think if you enjoy this more like Western style of pop, specifically common in European artists, I think you'll enjoy it as well. I Am with Overdrive. I don't want to talk too much about this, because I've always said what I think about I Am. I think I Am was always a good rapper, never really showcased, I think, his full potential while being in Monsta X. A lot of times he will get outshined by Johan, which I consider him to be one of the best rappers in Korea in general. K-pop or not, I don't give a fuck. He's just that good. But when you listen to these type of songs about I Am, you realize how good he is as an artist, how comfortable he is on a beat, how comfortable he is on a track, how comfortable he is leading on a track, doing the chorus, doing the lyrics, having a good flow, having the good attitude on the track. He really is a full-fledged professional in that sense. And I always thought that when he does his solo stuff, he's always had that one step that he never really was able to showcase in the group for one reason or another. I'm not saying he was bad, but I always felt he had something missing. I don't feel that at all listening to his music. One of the best songs I've heard this month, absolutely. And next we have Choyena with Wicked Love. Choyena is abandoning her more fun side to do this more edgy stuff. I don't mind it. I think it's cool. She's been doing it even before. Let's see how it goes for her. I think it's fine. Again, this song I think is cool. I think it's enjoyable. She's a very good singer. I think Yen is an underrated singer in her generation. But again, she's really good at doing that pop and bubbly stuff. I just hope she doesn't abandon that for more marketing reasons. I think that would sadden me if she did that. Having said that, I think it's a very, very enjoyable track. Don't love the production as much as the other song she dropped like a month or two ago, where she did this style of music where I felt like the production helped her shine a little bit more. Here, I think it's too scarred. There isn't enough stuff in the production to make me really want to listen to this song more and more and more, and I don't think she does enough or experiment enough from a vocal standpoint or a performance standpoint that I want to actually re-listen to the song or feel like it's original enough. The song is fine and I enjoy it, but again, from Yena, like I said, after listening to Smile and other stuff, which was very, very good and I think quite original in its own way, even though it was a simple track, I wish we get that more in this type of music, and definitely will check the album when it comes out, which has a very interesting concept, and let's see what she's gonna do with it. Maybe she's gonna surprise me, and that's it. And next we have a remix by New Jeans with Zero with GID. Go check it out if you're a GID fan. GID brings a good verse. Overall, it's the same song. It sounds a little bit different, I guess, but not that much. It's the same song. It's okay. The chorus is fun. I still think it's fun, but Jid really brings something more to the song. So definitely check it out. I think it's funny how people are like, "Oh my God, Jid is collabing with New Jeans." I'm like, I guess Jid is more popular than New Jeans, okay? Like worldwide. Let's just not make that mistake thinking he isn't. He already collaborated with Riot, he did some other huge shit before, but overall the song is, I think, enjoyable. And next we have Kim Ji-won featuring Bobby with Lucky. One of the most fun tracks I've heard in months. It's really, really fun. I love the vibe, the atmosphere, the energy. Bobby matches the same energy as well, still raps well on it. He's on beat and he sounds really good, but Kim Ji-won really kills it. It's a very, very fun song to listen to. One of the actual summer songs that I think are very, very enjoyable that have come out until this point. Still not crazy about summer songs. There hasn't been many. I think there's gonna come in the next month, in July specifically, but for this, it's definitely one of the better ones I've heard in the last 2 or 3 years. It's fun, the production is cool, he has the right energy, his feature has the right energy, and that's what you really need, apart from really copying, a tropical beat or a South American style of music. And the song is gonna get your numbers, but in terms of quality, will never be there, in my opinion. And next we have Dynamic Duo with 19. I mean, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Dynamic Duo, necessarily, not because I think they're bad or anything, but because I never really got into their catalog. But hearing them, and one of the reasons is because I can't read Korean, I can't really understand Korean fully. So them talking about, in this song 19, about their upbringing, their love for music, the way they grew up, what got them into the music industry, is something that, unless you understand the lyrics, is very, very hard to really get into. Dope song, one of the most interesting songs I've heard, one of the most profound songs I've heard in hip-hop this year. Don't get me wrong, there was Wu, there was other artists who really put an effort, but this is one of my favorites of the month, 100%. Great song, Dynamic Duo 19, check it out. If you don't understand Korean, there's English lyrics in the music video, and go enjoy it, because I really loved it personally. And next we have NCT Dream with Broken Melodies. A very, very fun song, very West style, very, very American pop style. The vocals are good, the production is fine. It's nothing crazy, I think, in the sense that I've heard better stuff from NCT Dream, but I think it's been some time since they've done this more like youth kind of boys vibe to it, and I think they've done it really well here. Give them credit, the vocals are fantastic as always. I mean, it's an SM group, so the vocals are always going to be there. Really enjoyed it. It's one of the more relaxing songs I've heard from me personally. I really enjoy the chorus, and the pre-chorus is very, very good. It's one of those songs that hype you up as well. It has a hype element to it. It's supposed to make you bounce and have fun and like smile while you listen to it. So I really enjoyed it personally, and maybe you'll enjoy it as well if you're not an NCT Dream fan, because it's a little bit different from what they've done, but not like anything crazy different from what they've done in the past. It's just a little bit different. And that's why we have Baby Yana with Chemistry. This is just an R&B track. through and through. Good vocals, simple production, very 2000 R&B. I like Babian a lot. I just don't think this is really showing her strengths at best. I mean, if you listen to other Babiana music, one thing that really makes her music special, I thought, was the way she approached production, the way she approached uh, vocally a lot of these tracks, so to see her do something a little bit more, let's say, stable, a little bit more simple, it's not necessarily a problem per se. It's more like, it could have been better, in my opinion. It's just because I think she's really, really good. So having said that, I don't think it's a big problem. It's still a very enjoyable track. And this is it for the third week of June 2023. A lot of music we had to talk about. Didn't really, there wasn't really a song that I hated. Everything was overall, in terms of quality, objectively fine. And there was stuff I really enjoyed, and stuff that okay, it's fine, but I wouldn't necessarily go back to it. We have Shiny coming out this week, last week of June. Already have them in the list. We have Shiny, we have a new song by Sakura Zaka, we have 8 Turn, we have Triple S, we have Lunate, which I have to listen to this song. I haven't listened to last week, so we have already a lot of stuff to talk about. I think it's very, very enjoyable, and more to come. And obviously, you can wait for the start of July. You're gonna get your best and worst K-pop albums of June and the best and worst songs of June 2023. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what were your favorite tracks of these artists bunch if you heard them. If you haven't heard them, check them, because I think they're all overall at least deserve a listen. And comment, subscribe, share, do everything you have to do if you want to, and see you next time with a new video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and yeah, see you next time.